Yeah, so I really like the Dreadnought class. I think it fits in really well with the established designs of cannon. I think it looks great combined with the Connie. Uh, this as well as the other sort of side cannon ships, the Scout and also the Miranda. I think it really fits into a cool aesthetic. I would love to have seen them in the show. I think there's a fleet there, and it would be cool if they ever remade TOS or made a new series, like a full-on TV show. Absolutely throw TOS ships in there. We want to see them. I like that it's sort of the Dreadnought is different, but still feels very similar. And obviously, you can tell it's more powerful by looking at it. 3 nacelles and everything. If I was a D7, I'd be worried if this was bearing down on me. Yeah. And I've got to say, I do like the refit a lot, actually. I think it's a bit snazzier, but obviously the refit in itself looks snazzy. And it's quite creative. All the different variations are really creative. If a little bit kitbashy, especially with the really random non-canon ones, but all quite cool. So I like it. It's a good design.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I absolutely love this ship. It's one of my all-time favorites. Just the look of it is intimidating, like you said. And I must say, researching this episode unearthed so much information that it's very clear that this is a fan favorite as well. Like, a lot of people really like this ship. The TOS design is, of course, cool, with 2 unique versions, although the differences may be hard to spot at first. With the main obvious one being that the one version of the ship has the third nacelle chiller grill facing to the port side of the ship, and the other variant has it facing upwards. So it's almost like the upward-facing one was specifically designed for the Dreadnought class, but the other one was just a regular engine that was, probably for the prototype.
I was about to try and trick you out and ask why they do that in canon, but you explained it.
Exactly, because I'm awesome. I, of course, prefer the latter one with the chiller grill facing upwards, which allows for the Starfleet banner to be proudly displayed on the side of the engine where it belongs. So. Also interesting is the fact that should the saucer section need to detach from the engineering section, they will still have warp power and could conceivably still be a real threat as an adversary, whereas the Constitution class saucer section is sort of stranded with only impulse power. The evolution of this design into its 2 refitted versions just makes me love it even more, because I love the refitted aesthetic. Everyone does. The refits look much more sleek and aggressive, but it's actually kind of a weird trade-off because they lose some of their size compared to the TOS version, but they got a lot more power and a lot more weapons and punch. So
it's a refinement rather than a revolution. I think it needed it.
Yeah. I also like the additional design elements in these, like the modified bridge, which is a different layout from that of the Constitution class, and the different pylon configurations. I think is very neat. Out of the refits, though, I think the Ascension is probably my favorite. I really like the engines attaching to the lower part of the secondary hull. I think it really gives it a nice look, so that's my personal favorite.
Okay, now the bit you don't like, as in, you love the ship, I like it too, but there is stuff I don't like about it, okay? Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. Honestly, great design overall, but when you look at it, straight away your eyes go to the deflected dishes and the shuttle bay at the front of the ship, and that bugs me. I don't like the look of it at all, and I honestly, the Federation is an advanced group of people, and this ship is not designed for what would necessarily require 3 where the Connie only needs 1. I think the Federation would have such a refinement in their ship design they would only need 1, and they've got a 4th at the back as well. I don't think they need 4, and it looks a bit daft. And I don't really like the shuttle bay being there either. I mean, so that's a bug. I don't like it. And when you fly it next to the Connie, it doesn't look so good. Nor does the angle of the nacelles, or at least the pylons. Bit of a nitpick. On its own, looks great. I actually quite like the angle to allow the third nacelle. But when you put it next to the Connie, that has a perfect, whatever the angle is, it just looks weird. And you'll see it in the shot right now. It just doesn't look right. So it bugs me. But that's just when we put the 2 together. So little things, apart from the deflected dishes, but sorry.
But like we said earlier, there's an admiral in charge of a dreadnought that's usually in charge of a task force. So maybe those with the rear-facing sensor dish, they kind of sit in the middle of the battle and direct traffic.
But it's a bit ugly.
But there have been a few done by fans, which we'll probably show on screen right now, where they're kind of recessed a little bit. The sensor dishes.
I do prefer that version. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks a lot nicer, But
I guess it.
anyway,
I guess it took until the D to have one nice long big deflector dish. I've got one more little thing I don't like about it. It's just the idea of a dreadnought, really. I mean, the Federation isn't about war, but also I think if you look at the evolution of Federation design, they went for a small battleship in terms of the Defiant. That's specifically what they did. A small, maneuverable gunboat. The Connie is a very fierce ship, really. So having a Dreadnought being a bigger, more armed ship, they don't really do that later on. The evolution of technology, I mean, the Prometheus, which is also a warship in essence, is also quite a slim and refined ship compared to other ships of the era. So I don't really see Federation saying, let's make bigger ships. So it's my other little gripe, maybe, but, at least it's not as big as that of Into Darkness, which is dumb.
There isn't much I don't like about it, except as a model builder, I have one small issue with the design, which has always bugged me. As we all know, with the TOS Constitution class ship, the Bizarre collectors that spin, okay?
Yes.
They spin inward into the towards the secondary hull, okay? And they're counter spinning. They spin in a different direction. So which way would the third nacelle spin? And if it spun one way and not the other, it would throw off the look, I think.
Well, what if it was spinning so fast it was just sort of a blur, maybe?
Yeah, or maybe it doesn't spin at all.
Maybe it wasn't a Bizarre collector, maybe it was a refined dilithium matrix.
Ooh, that's fancy. I don't know. Just one thing that's always kind of bothered me, like how would it spin if it did spin? But anyway, I wonder if that's one of the reasons that Gene had the pairs rule, so that it wouldn't have that counter spinny problem. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's just there to create additional power, and like you said, doesn't spin or spins very fast. Something else that's bothered me is it's so lacking in additional firepower when compared to the Con, and especially to other dreadnoughts of other races. It is true, like when you use the ship in Starfleet battles, it's fun to use. It's got additional power. It's got additional labs. It's got, it's pretty tough. It's got great shielding, but I don't know. When you're going up against ships from other races, it almost seems like suicide when you're going up against another dreadnought, because they do have so much more firepower than you. I think it's those Federation politics and morals. That really kind of limited what this ship could have been. Like, it's cool to have the additional labs and stuff inside for scientific missions, and that's great in Starfleet battles. When you get internal damage, there's a lot less chance of you blowing up initially. Now, as far as the refits go, if we believe non-canon, there were some oversights that were corrected as far as firepower goes, but then again, the size reduction also kind of bothers me. I want a dreadnought to be big. I want it to feel powerful. I have one more nitpicky thing I don't like about the refits. I believe it's the Federation class or the Ascension class that has the shuttle bay at the rear. It doesn't have the additional sensor suites. Like you see, like it doesn't have the blue deflector dishes. One has it at the rear, and I believe that's the Ascension class. And it doesn't have anything additional at the front. So I'm wondering if that's all configured and built into one sensor dish, kind of like you said, that the Federation really didn't need to have additional sensor dishes. So it's just something nitpicky that's kind of bothered me. And I don't know if anybody really knows the answer to that, because I couldn't find any information on the sensor palette. So.
Well, it's good to admit when a ship you love isn't perfect. It's good. It makes you more well-rounded as a person.
Sure.
So that is it for the Dreadnought. A lot of information, but now it is versus. I've seen what we're doing next, and it's going to be an interesting fight. Next time, we are looking at the SS Botany Bay. Yeah, and well, you tell us who's doing what, Stuart.
Well, as always, I do the ship we just did, and you're going to get the Botany Bay, or as it's also known, the DY-100 class. So I got to be honest. Hey, last time you had the Dreadnought, and I had the Maquis Raider, and I was running away from you shooting my rear photon torpedo tubes.
I can't even do that. I haven't got warp.
So
I have rockets. I've only got impulse. Damn it. Yes.
So yeah, we. Do you want to go first this time? Because you
okay.
kind of
I think I should. So the DY-100. I'm going to be in orbit. I'm going to fly near you. I'm going to hit your shields gently, and then be very damaged, and then I can't do much.
That's it?
This might be our least efficient one yet.
This is true. You can't even like warp into me to like damage me at all.
I could. Oh God, dare I reference it? I could do what Spock and Khan did from Into Darkness. I could put bombs on the ship and then blow them up near you, but that's really it.
You could detach one of your cargo
there you go.
modules and like toss it towards me somehow. I don't know. That might be an annoyance. But I think, like I said, this has superior shielding to Constitution class, so the chances of you getting through my shields are non-existent.
So how would you defeat me?
One photon torpedo should do it. You don't have shields?
Not even bothering with more than one, just a simple...
Yeah, maybe not even waste a photon. Just waste the power, shoot a phaser at you.
Or, hold on. Let's say, for this argument, that rather than just being the normal Botany Bay, I'm a 24th century quantum torpedo gunboat. As a Botany Bay. So I would just fire a massive spread of torpedoes at you and just blow you away. Sam wins. Yes!
No, because at this point, I've got the refitted... I'll go with the Ascension class.
Oh.
I got a lot more weapons, a lot more firepower, which equals out to a lot more shields probably because I have additional warp power available to me. So, I don't know. The quantum torpedoes might make a big hole in my ship, but how is your shielding looking? What kind of shielding do you got on that?
Tetrabanic quantum phase slip drive shielding impervious armor drive.
JJ verse.
Yes, I win.
All right, you win. No, we can't end the Dreadnought episode with you winning.
And I think I've cheated anyway, so I think we'll give us a solid victory to the Dreadnought.
There we go. Dreadnought wins.
But let's just be fair. We don't design these verses to be a fair fight. We just pick a cool next ship, and then we deal with the repercussions when the verses arrive the next week.
Yeah. And it's all just off the cuff. We just kind of do it. It's not scripted, and it's fun to do, man. So. Well, this was a great episode.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, guys. We really love doing these shows for you guys. And we always learn new things, as sure Sam does as well. Mm-hmm. So visit Facebook for the Trekyards discussion. That's always going on there. Trekyards.com, Trekyards Twitter, just Trekyards everything. And subscribe to this channel so you can get your regular updates.
One a week. So you better be subscribed by now, guys. It's 2015 already. Come on.
And I hope you guys are enjoying the new shows, the new formats, even the new LCARs we have around us right now, which is very cool. Yes.
But we're so used to them now. We're so used to them, they're awesome.
Yeah. There's lots of ways to stay in touch with us, so definitely check all those out. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying the show. Until next time, this is Captain Foley.
And Sam McCawkins.
Signing off for now. All right, bye, guys. Bye.